First off, Jackson, thanks for joining me here. Coming off a five-hit game yesterday for High A Aberdeen, do you have any superstitions after a game like that one? Are you wearing the same socks right now or something?
No, not right now. I ate the same breakfast as I did yesterday.
Oh,
Probably
that's good.
first watch is the best option here. So other
Yeah,
than that, not really.
yeah. You have the Futures game coming up this Saturday, airing exclusively on Peacock. And Jackson, you're following in the footsteps of some fellow Orioles, Adley Rushman, Gunnar Henderson. At one point, both were considered the top overall prospects in the game. They each played in the Futures game on the way to the majors. It's got to be pretty cool to find yourself in the same category as those guys.
Yeah, it's really cool. Anytime that you can be in the same conversation as them is it's pretty cool. So I'm very um, fortunate to be able to play in that, and I'm very excited.
I wanted to read off some of the names from last year's Futures game. It's pretty crazy. So Corbin Carroll, Gunnar Henderson, we just talked about, Ellie De La Cruz, Jordan Walker, Anthony Volpe, Francisco Alvarez. When you hear names like that who were in the game just 1 year ago, seeing what they're doing right now, Corbin Carroll, one of the best players in the majors at this point, De La Cruz setting the world on fire since his call up. How exciting is it to think about where you could be 1 year from now?
It's very exciting. Colton Cowser just got called up
Yeah.
yesterday, and he was here at the same time I am last year. So it's really cool to see those guys and see what they're doing. It's neat to be a part of such a cool group, and hopefully I'm in their shoes in a year from now.
Of course, the Orioles have had a very good first half of the season. How plugged in are you and your teammates on a daily basis to what the big league team's doing? Especially, you mentioned Cowser getting the call up this week.
Yeah, I try to keep up as much as possible personally. Being able to spend a lot of time with those guys and during spring training, I feel like I'm kind of invested in them. It's cool to see what they're doing, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. And it's kind of lingering down in the organization, and guys are excited, and it's everyone's goal is to be able to help that team out. So it's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Jackson, you're now about 90 games into your pro career. You've obviously been around baseball your whole life with your dad, Matt Holliday, but what's one thing you've learned about yourself since being drafted by the Orioles that maybe surprised you?
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, you play a lot more games in pro ball than you do in high school. So just not really riding the highs and lows, and being steady, and just playing it game by game has been very helpful for me because who knows, you might get six at bats like I did last night, or you might get three or four. So just being able to stay as steady as possible and just take it game to game.
Who are some of your favorite players growing up? Obviously, your dad, and that's an okay answer. But were there certain players you modeled your game after? And is there any player you met where you were just like legitimately in awe?
Yeah, I really like Trey Turner. I like how he plays the game. Kind of similar builds, but I like Bubba
Right.
Shett. I like to watch him hit. I'd say the one person that I was in awe is Derek Jeter. I thought whenever my dad played for the Yankees, I got to meet him. So I'd say that's probably the one player that I've been in awe. So yeah, a lot of shortstops. I like to watch shortstops.
Yeah, of course. So I was doing some digging this morning on five-hit games for your dad. I wasn't able to find one for Matt Holliday in the majors. So you got that on. I mean, give him a hard time about that.
Yeah,
Jackson, thanks for joining me here. Good luck in the Futures game this weekend and moving forward.
thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.